Hello, how we doing? It's pretty hot in the UK still, but I think it's slightly cooler today. It's a bit more of a breeze, thankfully. But still humid. It makes you feel kind of sweaty and sticky and just kind of lethargic to do anything, you know? We're not good with the heat in the UK, I don't think. We're not used to it. And these houses of ours, they just seem to keep the heat in. Even hours after the sun's been shining, they just seem to absorb the heat. That's the way they're designed, I suppose. Yeah, I got my coffee. I've got a few sweets, so I'm pretty good. I brought the odd CD. I even brought a record, but I'm not going to go into it. All of that. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had aircon. I'll say there's a lot of homes that don't have AC in the UK. Just seem to try and cope without it. We're a stubborn race. Drinking hot drinks probably doesn't help either, but there you go. It is. Yeah, it is. It's just horrible. I mean, I can't sleep at all. I'm going to sleep now about 4 o'clock in the morning. Recently this week, it's just too warm. Luckily, I'm not working, so it doesn't matter so much. I think I'm going to become a bit of a low-key Vinyl Community channel from here on in, really. As much as I like vinyl, I'm not really buying it enough to kind of justify the channel name. I may even consider dropping the vinyl out of the name. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'll bet. Thank goodness for the AC. I'd melt. It's 95 here in Denver. You need it over there, don't you? Christ, you need it over there, definitely. I think in the UK it's just about bearable, but in the States it must be absolutely horrifically hot. I don't know how you guys cope out there. I think aircon is essential in the States, isn't it? think we tend to sort of moan as Brits, don't we, in Britain about things, weather being one of them. But I don't think it can be compared to the USA and the heat you get out over there. I'm thinking about selling off a majority of my collection. I've been seriously thinking about it now for a couple of months. I have too, but don't let my videos persuade you. But yeah, it gets to a point, doesn't it, where you're thinking it's more trouble than it's worth. You know, as much as you love the hobby, and you know, comes to a point where space certainly becomes a problem. You're just thinking, I can't keep doing this. So either, you know, it's a big cull of the collection, or completely sell the lot off. I mean, that is an extreme thing to do, but I do understand it. I completely understand it. And you know, maybe I shouldn't have these opinions having a VC channel, but I don't consider myself a serious sort of collector or serious VC channel, really. I just sort of jumped into this for the fun of it, really. Jenny says, Gent's got to get one of those little tower AC fans. Yeah, they are good, aren't they? Trish only listens to CDs. Yeah, she does. Yeah, there's a few that do. I tend to lean towards my CD collection now than my record collection, quite honestly. I still like buying odd records, but I don't think I'm getting my true value out of it regarding actually listening to the music. You know, I mean, the music's good quality music in my collection, but you know, I just think, well, I'm more likely to have it somewhere on CD anyway, which is going to be buried on my computer. It's just easy to mouse click the music which I want, rather than go through the records and dig them out and play them. It's lazy, isn't it? It is laziness, I suppose. Big part of it. Nobody worth their salt cares what method you are listening to tunes on. No, they don't. Hey Zeb, you're right. It's not just you guys. I honestly believe every human on Earth whines about the weather, regardless of where you live. I think it's just part of being human. Yeah, I guess so. Exactly, Jen. I sometimes find it hard to believe that I've got tens of thousands of dollars in records in every song that's ever been recorded in my hand on my phone. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. I could sell all these records and invest that money, never have to worry about my mortgage again. Well, this is it. It's capital, isn't it? It's capital in your collection, which could be converted to hard cash. So yeah, I get it. It's sat there on a shelf, and if you're not using it, then one does tend to think, why am I doing this? You know, why don't I just sell them and bank that money? Does make sense. Yeah, none of us really need to be the Library of Congress with everything available online. Yep. Vinyl wise, Simon, just concentrate on specific artists you collect. All the other stuff, just stream on CD. Stream or CD, sorry. that's what I'm tend to be doing. I've kind of, I went through my collection not so long ago thinking, what artists would I like to complete the discographies of? And what stuff am I just content with maybe one or two of their records? And I've kind of gone through the records, all of them, and kind of filtered ones I would like to continue collecting and put aside to the ones that, you know, I don't need their every record, you know. And yeah, I'm trying to sort of change my thinking on how I collect vinyl, really, because it can quickly get out of hand, and unless you've got a home, you know, shared between just yourself or a partner, it's just a lot easier than, you know, having a family, of course. It's a bit more difficult. I mean, if I had a spare bedroom, this wouldn't be an issue. We could just all go in the spare bedroom, and, you know, it wouldn't be a problem. But don't have that luxury, unfortunately. That's exactly what I was thinking, Star Power. I think that's the way to go. Richard says, I'm moving that towards that too. Well, trying to. Sorta. Kinda. Yeah. It's on your mind to do it, but you're not kind of there yet, are you, Richard? You know, you are kind of underway of, you know, thinking about it and maybe culling one or two things, but you're not properly slowed down buying records still. I think you're still probably buy too many records in your mind. I don't know. I'm not trying to discourage anybody here. You know, let us know in the comments. Fill us in the comments. Simon, you're going through a few tough moments. You'll come out the other end. Keep your passion for music. Stop focusing on the format. I am going through a few tough things, actually. Yeah. So it all seems to be happening at the same time. But yeah, it's not easy in the UK at the moment, the way things are politically. But yeah, it's not easy. I'm trying to focus on the music, but there is more important things than music. I hate to say it. I hate to be the one to say it. You gotta focus on you, and you gotta do you. You gotta focus on your life, haven't you? What's important, and the music is just an escapism from reality, really, isn't it? You know, just makes things a little bit easier. Escaping the norm. Richard says, slowing down, but still requiring things. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I've slowed down rather dramatically, but still getting the odd thing. I mean, I did pick up a record last week, but I'm intending to show the records I'm picking up probably at the end of the year, sort of doing an end of the year video. So whether that be 10 records, 20 records, I don't know. I mean, I'd assume it'll probably be around the 10 record mark, and that'll be probably from the last 10 months of this year, come December when I show it. So it'll be the last 10 months. So yeah, 10 records. So, you know, that's a record a month, really, isn't it? At the moment, it doesn't even seem like that. Dave is in purge mode again. I think we all are. Which makes me wonder what he has his eyes on buying next. Well, if you're on purge mode, you're going to have a little bit more money about you, aren't you? You know, so when it comes to buying a record which is a little bit more expensive, it's going to be more doable. So yes, you never know what you might pull up next. You just don't know. Dave will sell a bunch of cool records and then go buy a CD collection of Kung Fu movies. Sounds about right. Martin says, Simon, you're being hard on yourself. We all do it, don't worry. Yeah, I know. It's just, you know, just talking about it. I'm not too worried. You know, things will fall into place. You know, all I'm concerned about is running of the home and the family. That's keeping everything, you know, together. That's the priority. Surviving is the priority. Nothing else. Went to see Kings of Leon last week. Got given a couple of free tickets, but they were poor live. Oh, okay. Free tickets though. Huh. Where was that then? Liverpool? Who knows? Jenny says, I think he's already as the Shaw Brothers boss though. BGR, true, but I guarantee he's eyeing the Sonny Chimba collection. Yeah. I think Rob Walker saw King OL too. Did he? I didn't know that. Jenny says, don't give him any ideas. Where did Walker see them? I'm in Belfast. Rob Walker, hands down, the coolest hair in the VC. Yeah, that's some hair he has on his head. It really is. Quite agree. And the coolest rugby shirts. It does. It's got a good dress sense. I've got one or two in my wardrobe, but I rarely wear them. I find rugby shirts a bit thick to wear. Oh, I think Rob Walker would win hairs down. Would win hair down. Would win heads down regarding competition in hair. England have a serious chance. Do you think so? I'm not so convinced. I can't see us getting past Argentina. I'd love to see it happen. Yeah, I would. Bob's is awesome, but unkempt. No clue where he saw them. I'm guessing it's near Manchester. Probably. Bobby wins best. They should beat the Argies, who are too reliant on aging Messi. I don't know. They always seem to do well, don't they, Argentina? They've won it a few times, haven't they? I mean, I'm not sure. And then if we do get past them, Spain or France, could we beat either of those? I'm not sure. Cheaters, England. Cheaters. My missus is getting all kind of, enthusiastic over football. And I said to her, well, they're not playing anyone yet. They've only played, Norway. No disrespect to Norway, but they're not considered, the big kind of six in the World Cup. Norway, are they? England should be beating teams like Norway. Yeah, well, we beat Mexico as well, and they're a good team. So, well, they might be a good team, but still, they're not one of the big boys, are they? So you would expect England to beat those teams, but teams like Argentina, Spain, Portugal, generally, Brazil, France, they're all cut above England, aren't they? But yeah, I'd love to see them win, of course, but whether they can actually pull that off, we'll see. We haven't won it for a long, long time. Norway, they lost 3-2 to England. They were a bit unlucky, to be honest with you, Norway. The real question is, what happened to Colin McGregor? Colin McGregor? What? What? Who's Colin McGregor? Pardon my ignorance. I don't make myself another coffee, Got through it already. Wasn't it 2-1 and the game was rigged? It was 2-1 at some point, yeah. And the goal was disallowed, wasn't it? I can't even tell you how the goal was disallowed. I don't even know how it was disallowed. Whether it was offside or whether there was some kind of infringement, I don't honestly know, because I haven't been watching it. I don't watch England. I can't watch England anymore. Too many heartaches in the past to keep going through all the emotions. It's bad enough being a Spurs fan. It's bad enough being a Spurs fan. And what a crap season we've had. However, I am slightly more optimistic regarding Tottenham. When we start the season, was the amount of new players we're getting in and the amount of money we're spending as well. It's like, wow, I've not seen this for a long, long time from Spurs. Splashing the cash like they are and getting in some proper talent, Premier League proven players. It's about time. They are. Yeah, that's very true. They are. Boxing as well. I didn't know that. But yeah, they got all the money, haven't they? Tottenham isn't is owned by Americans, so we're not a part of that at the moment. But one day we could be. One day, I think when they sell the club, then it most likely be an investor from that area of the world. Let's remove this. Where is it? There we go. Aha! I've got my camera on a tripod. I think it's a little bit better positioned. Bit nearer. I've also got a little bit of a PC desk thing going on here. It's really where my monitor is. It's sat on this cube, which is for storing vinyl records. But I've gone online and brought like this these brackets you put in, and you can put a shelf on them, so it kind of extends it out a little bit, making a bit of a desk. So it's a bit more suitable here at home for my needs. It's a little bit easier doing this. Yeah, Americans own Manchester United and a couple of other clubs already. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're separate owners to Tottenham. But yeah, they're American owners. They're not too popular, are they, with Manchester United fan base? I'd like to see Romero's face if England beat Argentina. I'm kind of looking forward to that if that was to happen, because he does put his country constantly before his club all the time, and I feel like he deserves it a bit. Might be completely wrong. We might get beat by them. So who does Ronaldo play for? That's a good question. Because I'm a little bit out of touch who he plays for myself. Al Nassr FC. They are a Saudi Arabian professional football club. Oh yeah, it's gone where the money's gone, hasn't he? But no, he's still physically fit, Ronaldo. I imagine he's in better shape than Messi. I don't know. Who is best between the two? Who would you say is the greatest? I think Messi is considered the greatest of the kind of the modern game. YouTube has rejected your comment. For goodness sake. Who's gonna win between France and Spain? That's an interesting one. France tend to just get the results, don't they, France? But I'm more inclined to thinking that Spain might be the better team. Not sure. Not sure. I suppose France will probably beat Spain. They'll probably beat Spain. And yeah, I imagine they'll be in the final. Could be a France final. I don't really know. It's a flick of a coin, isn't it? It always is. What's this nonsense? What's this? I don't mind a bit of conspiracy theory. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've got to get up early tomorrow, I think. Got some stuff to take to the charity shop. I've got some bags of CDs I want to get rid of. So I want to get that done first. And then I'm going to get myself a haircut because my hair's getting a bit long. So yeah, I think I need a haircut tomorrow. And what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, I've got a £50 voucher at HMV. So I might have a look in HMV and see if there's anything takes my fancy. Might play a bit of snooker tomorrow. We'll see. Might do. So, but yeah, we'll see. See what happens. Keep putting these things off. What's up with snooker? How close is 8-ball, is it? It's nothing like 8-ball. You're comparing it to, guessing you mean 8-ball is in like the American pool game. It's completely different to any of that. Start off, the tables are absolutely massive. It's a good game. It's a, I'll say there's more skill involved than there is regarding like pool. You know, anybody can kind of play pool. Just got to knock the balls around. You know, it doesn't. It's not as classy as snooker. Snooker's got a bit more kind of elegance about it. But it's a points game. One for the red, and depending what colour you get after potting a red. I much prefer playing snooker. Bit more kind of strategy about it, I suppose, as well. Having a bigger table, you know, you're sort of able to do more in that space than you can do on a smaller table like pool. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think snooker is a punishing game. It's a punishing game. When you're kind of like beginner at it, it's a case of, you know, you're likely to lose because of mistakes. If you can stop making mistakes, then you've got a far better chance of winning. You know, it's just not potting the white, not creating fouls, just trying to be as clean as you can, I suppose. You know, and if you can get a few pots, then great. But played one of my mates a few weeks back, and he got a break of about 45. And that's some break. It's nowhere near his best, but you know, I think there's no way I could compete with that. And I thought, well, I might as well give up now. Oh God, I hate that. I hate that. It's so cringe, that channel, isn't it? So cringy. And you think this is bad? He is a legend. You can't talk about him like that. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's not for me. He's always whinging, I find. He always wants money. I like the little snippet that Invisible Ray had of Larry. I'm trying to think what it was. I know what you mean, but I can't quite remember what he said in it. It's a 10 out of 10, isn't it? Didn't he say that? That's it. Yep, that's it. I just read it. Yeah, he's got some wicked quotes on his channel, hasn't he, from other channels. I like that Dolan one. Sorry for my mum speaking. That makes me laugh. Oh my god, I'm about to be Bradle Brad. Oh dear. It just tickles me. I like to sing the national anthem. Fights. Yeah, Dolan's Bill with Brad snippet, hands down the best. Yeah, it's one of the, I think it's the greatest. His mum, that moment with his mum, you remember that? Isn't he arguing with his mum? She says about, you know, I've broken my wrists. That's probably the most funniest thing I think I saw on a live stream ever. Not the fact that she broke her wrist, of course, but it was the timing of it. You know, when she was saying it, you know, at the moment. Yeah, you had to be present, watching it to understand it. Sorry about my mother talking. It's not funny. Brother Brian telling Richard's mother, "Get back here," was also one of the funniest things, best things I've ever seen in the VC. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, get your ass back here, he said, didn't he, to his mum. She overheard it, didn't she? I haven't got to do anything. Oh. Yeah, that's funny. So remember a few years ago, I think it was on it might have been on Rachel's or on Ray's live stream. I can't remember. I think it might have been on Ray's, and they were talking about the VC. Somebody, I can't remember who wrote it. Someone said the VC is like a Captain Spaulding lying on the roadside, like lying by on the wayside or the roadside or something like that. It was. I thought it was so funny. That's one of the most funniest things that anyone's written in the comments. It just encapsulates the VC so well. Yeah. You've had a lot of laughs, haven't we? Had a lot of laughs. I'm eBay bidding at the moment, says 4D, like a crazy bastard with 25 minutes to go. A white knuckle ride. Will I be driven to bid more than I can afford? I feel crazy enough to. Funny enough, I'm doing a bit of eBaying myself, actually. So looking into books. But yeah, there's always a fear in the back of your mind that you're going to get sniped at the last second. I've had that so many times in the past. It's something I don't really like to do. You know, I just put my bid out there, and you know, if someone outbids me, then fine. But I don't purposely do it the last the last second like these snipers do. And it's a really frustrating experience. You're like, oh, I wanted that. All you end up doing is kicking yourself, don't you? Yeah, it's another reason why I've kind of slowed down regarding collecting records is that I have been getting into other things. You know, I've been kind of looking into PC gaming and you know, buying some more books and just other things. You know, other interests. I quite like biking and fixing bikes. So you know, sometimes it's bike parts or whatever projects I'm into. So I'm not always fully concentrating all my kind of free money, my not free money, my free spending money I can spend on stuff, you know, always on vinyl. It's so expensive. Vinyl is just so expensive. I mean, when you're looking at like, you know, £25 a record, or you know, around about that or more, it's quite a chunk of money, isn't it? It's quite a chunk of money. Vinyl is old hat. Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. It's old fashioned. But it's back, in it. Made a comeback. Is it as good as the CD? Is it as good as CD or digital? It's the quality of it. I'll say it isn't. I'll say digital is still superior. Vinyl has a lot of problems. You know, even when it works well, you still have to look after it. You know, far greater than you could of anything else. It's really a labour of love. Records, aren't they? They're, you know, you've got to put so much time and effort into vinyl. CD and digital is a lot more convenient, but vinyl is nice. Vinyl sounds nice. I agree, it does. Being a magician, we chased tube tone for our guitars for years, but now you can't set it to amp because digital stuff is far much better, lighter, and smaller. Depends on your turntable and setup. Digital sounds really good these days. It does sound good. It just, if you've got the right things in place, digital sounds amazing. And it's faultless. Digital, you know, you're gonna get the whole album with no problems. With vinyl, you just don't know. You're gonna get the big clicks and pops. You know, there might be a skip. That, you know what I mean. When the vinyl's new, it's a bit different. But when you're buying second hand, or your records are just getting a bit used, you know, you're going to encounter problems there, and that can be a bit annoying at times. Thing is, anything sounds good on CD, even if it's most crappy equipment. Vinyl, you got to buy a decent player and take so much care of the LPs. But I love vinyl, but also CDs. yeah, I mean, I love both of them, but I think one of them is a lot more convenient over the other. Vinyl seems to be for the purist, I suppose. You know. One problem that vinyl does solve is the fact that many artists are re-recording their catalogues. Now it's no longer the original recording. This is true. And if you have an original vinyl copy, you get the original recording. I get why the artists are re-recording these songs, but when you listen to digital, it's usually the re-recorded or remixed version. They want their publishing back. I'm moving back to CD more. It seems cheaper overall. It does. I don't think you're not the only one who is saying this. There are others within the VC who are, slowly converting to CDs reluctantly because for several reasons, being priced out, sick of paying ridiculous amounts of money for records constantly. I think it's like something we want to keep buying records, but at the same time, you have to be realistic, don't you? You just think, well, I can do this for now, but I can't keep doing this for the next maybe 10 years. It's too much of a financial strain. And if you are in your retirement years, that's very different as well, because you're sort of entering years where you're thinking, I'm getting older and older here, and I don't want all this stuff around me. Okay, in fact, I want less stuff. So, I don't want to die, say 10, 20 years time and have all this stuff around me and have that kind of burden whoever inherits it. So those kind of thoughts you do have to think about when you're sort of in your retirement years, don't you? Unfortunately, it's one of those things you have to sort of think about. I mean, really, $50 for the new Stones album? F off. That is ridiculous, isn't it? That is ridiculous. Like, I went to HMV and quite regularly just flicking through the records. Oh, how much is that? It's £45. Oh, Jesus. How much is that? 45. How much is that? 35. 29. I mean, HMV are notoriously expensive, don't get me wrong. But unless I suppose you go online to the likes of Amazon or whatever, you get a bit of it's a bit cheaper. But just me. It's still a lot of money. I mean, 30 quid on music. I mean, when you think about it, you're getting 10 songs on an album, and you're paying 30 quid for it. There's not a lot of value there, is there? Not really, when you stop to think. It's not a lot of value for money. Stuff is a problem. We all accumulate too much stuff. We all want to collect, but bloody fly buzzing around the room. We all want to collect, but at the same time, we don't want to have too much stuff. It's having that right balance, isn't it? It's having a collection which you can go into, and it's all going to be quality stuff for you. You know, you want to kind of cut out the fluff. Just have stuff that, you know, that you appreciate, that you want the most out of anything. I feel sorry for the young people coming into the hobby. I do. I feel sorry for young people bloody coming into the workplace, let alone into this hobby. But a lot of young people are actually a big part of this revolution, aren't they? A lot of buyers aren't actually listening to the records. You know, I think they worked it out about 50%, something like that, of people who buy brand new records actually listening to them. As it's about, I think it's about 50%. I'm not quite sure what it is actually. Might be less than 50% who actually own turntables. So I think a lot of people are just buying them probably because they get the MP3s on the records as well. So you're getting the MP3s to these records, and you're getting a piece of physical media, and that's just going onto a shelf and being left alone. You know, so I think people are kind of, who are doing that, are getting the music through MP3, and they're storing the records away for investment for the future. That's what I get the feeling that a lot of these people who are buying brand new records are doing. Not all of them, but you know, a good chunk of them are. Living a minimal life is very freeing and anti-anxiety. It is. Sometimes I think to myself, how easy would it be just to sell everything, sell all my music, sell all my video games, all my books, everything, get it all out of the way, flog it off, get a few grand for it. I mean, it doesn't matter. The money, you know, it isn't quite my point I'm trying to make, but the peace of mind you would have, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have any of that to worry about anymore, because it wouldn't have any importance to you. You know, I mean, for a while it might kind of like, oh, I regret selling this or I regret selling that, and maybe you could sort of rebuild it, you know, after a while. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Once you sell something off, maybe you feel like, oh, I don't want to ever be involved in that again. But I just think if you are a minimalist, okay, things might be a bit boring. You know, you'd have to sort of find different hobbies and things which could preoccupy your time. Maybe read a bit more or something. I don't know. Get into some sort of sports or something like that. But I mean, it depends what age you are. I mean, reading books, okay. You know, anybody can do that. But like, you know, being active, that's a bit more challenging for people, especially if you are of retirement age. You know, you might not be quite so mobile as you once were. It's a tough one, but I do think, you know, it'll be easier just to clear everything out and not have anything. But there could be a lot of regret which will creep in after the fact that you've done it. you know, which is it's the fear. There's that fear alone, isn't it? You know, which puts you off. It's that fear of I can't chance it because it could destroy me, kind of thing. You know, it could really have the opposite effect. I mean, you got to be very, very brave and very strong in your mindset to do something like that. Not everybody can do it. Yeah, of course you can come up. Yeah, why not? Let's get that link out there. God, what am I doing? That's good. That's a good thing, Richard. And I don't tend to think about it, but there are odd moments where I had, you know, got rid of something in the past. Think, damn, I really shouldn't have got rid of that. You know, it does come back at you at some point, catches up with you. But it's something you just have to live with, isn't it? Half the issues is making that decision to actually sell. But once it's packed and gone with the money in your bank, you don't miss it. No, you don't. You know, it doesn't normally happen. You're normally okay. I think it takes a lot of time for it to sort of reoccur in your thinking that, maybe I shouldn't have got rid of that. Exactly right, Richard. I get anxious before I get rid of it. And when it's gone, I really don't miss it. Yeah, but, you know, don't you kind of think that, maybe I should have held on to it. Let's say someone in the VC was showing the records you got rid of. And, you know, they're saying how great they are. And, you know, you're kind of watching this video and you're kind of thinking, you know, he's talking me into it again. You know, he's you know, I feel a little bit more kind of inspired to get those back in my collection. It does happen. Hey, yeah, not too bad. How yourself?
You're doing good. How am I coming in? Am I okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Cool. Yeah, so what's going on, Simon? I'm catching these videos you've been dropping over the last couple of months, and I'm listening to you today. You've been very contemplative this year.
I have.
And yeah, and I mean, it seems like you've really gone inside yourself.
I have. Yeah.
Now, my concern though is that you may be considering uh, getting rid of your collection.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Yeah.
Well, what seems to be the issue here?
I feel sometimes I've accumulated too much.
Okay.
And maybe not getting my kind of value out of what I have.
Do you have to get rid of everything?
No, I don't have to get rid of everything. I don't have to get rid of anything. There's no pressure to do it. It's just in my mind. You know, it's just in my mind. I've had quite a bad few years, recent years, with members of the family dying, and something has happened which is kind of got me thinking a lot, you know, through these deaths and things. And you know that I do have to be maybe a bit more careful, you know, because I do feel with my dwindling family that I'm very much on my own now. There's no one really I can really lean on because my father has died. I have an uncle and aunts that have passed.
What about your mother?
My mum's about, but she has her own problems. She's bipolar, and regarding, it's not an easy thing to say, but regarding support from my mum, it isn't really there.
Gotcha.
Whereas I see someone else my own age and their relationship between their mum, the mum's always involved with them and their kids. My mum isn't, and my partner's family are very much not involved either. So it's very much me and my partner are supporting everything and doing everything. With having 4 kids, and that's a lot. I mean, we're doing it for so long now. We are used to it, but it's tough. It's tough in this, in this country and the way the country is, and the way your jobs are going, and the financial pressures and everything. It's a lot to
manage.
Deal with.
Yeah.
So, it is. Yeah, it is.
Because how many kids you got, Simon?
4 children.
Yes, you got a big family.
I have, yeah.
But you and your partner got each other. You got each other's back, and that's the thing that's going to get you through it.
Yeah.
That's what being together is about.
Yeah, and I mean we've always worked things out, over the years, and but she's not pressuring me into any of this. This is
right. This is just your own personal. This is you looking at. I mean, there's certain things as men we just have to look at as we get older, and it has nothing to do with a relationship. It's just about how you feel as a man and how you feel you're providing for family, and is everything are your kids gonna be safe?
Yeah.
All of those things. So no, that's a legitimate concern.
It is a concern when I look at other people who I know of my age who are on the property ladder now, and I'm not on the property ladder. And I'm thinking, well, when am I going to get my break to get that? And the way things are going, it's not likely that I'm going to achieve that. With the large family and all that I've got going on. So, I think I've overindulged in this hobby, which is easily done. As well as not just records, but other things as well. I've accumulated, and you know what I mean. I just think I just got too much stuff.
Well, you got started. You're already purging your albums. I mean, at least you got it started.
Yeah. I have. And
a lot of people just talk about the things they need to do and they just don't do it. But at least you're doing it.
Yeah. It's a reluctant do, but I'm still trying to. I'm doing it slowly. I'm trying to make it as painless as I possibly can.
I know.
Because you don't want to just get rid of everything and then think, shit, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have. Because that is the worst feeling to experience, isn't it? It's
that would be my one. That would be the only caution that I would have for you is that be careful because you could wound up regretting it.
Exactly. So I'm thinking it through very carefully. This is why I am talking about it, because I'm still processing it. I'm still trying to figure out what to do and how I go about it. It's not something I want to be rash and get it wrong. It needs to be right for me, you know.
Oh yeah, I understand completely. Oh, and by the way, hey everybody in chat, I had to bring up my other iPad because for some strange reason I don't see chat here in the StreamYard, so I got my other iPad. Yeah, so well, I don't want to get off into a therapy session, but as I didn't even expect you to be on, so I was messing around with, with my music gear and having fun messing with some music, and I took a little break and I said, "Hey, wait a minute, Simon's on?"
Yeah,
Because wait a minute, weren't you on last week?
don't think so. No, don't think I
Okay,
was.
man, maybe the time is going by faster than I thought. I was thinking, wasn't Simon on last week? And I said, well, maybe not.
I can't remember now. I thought it's been a fortnight. I
I,
tend to
I,
do it.
I, I could be wrong. Am
I tend to do it fortnightly, but maybe I got it wrong. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I could be wrong. My mind is in a haze anyway.
Sometimes these weeks and days they just blur into each other, and I just kind of lose
Yeah, yeah.
a
Oh,
sense of
did
what's
you
what.
get my email?
Yeah, the one about yes, I did. Yeah, that you posted it. Yeah,
The second one. I sent you
maybe,
two.
right. Okay. I remember you saying that you posted it off.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the one. Okay, well, that's the second one. The first one
Okay.
I told you was a delay, and then the second one I told you was off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure you got that one.
Yeah. That's fine.
Very good. So yeah, and you got the tracking number because, like you said, the clerk couldn't tell me when it was going to arrive. So
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got all those details. Thanks for doing that. I do appreciate that.
yeah, man. So it'll be interesting. I hope you can. I mean, I squoze. I believe squoze is the correct word. My CDs of everything. What else can I give Simon? you know. Now, so like I said, I think it came out to like 15 CDs.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the other three are the ones you were getting from the that other. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got those three, and as I said in the email, those three are on the bottom of the stack, and then the first bunch are mine. Like I think they're like 15, something like that. Because one of the CDs is a double CD,
Right. Okay.
so it counts as two. So I think it's 15 altogether. But I'll be curious as to over time, whenever you get to whatever you get to, I like to hear your impressions, like and what you hear, because pretty much none of that stuff I've ever played. Now the CDs were some of the CDs were played by the guy whose brother was a DJ because he gave me his CD cases.
Right.
So those have been played. The ones that I got at the records, the different record stores, the free ones. Some of them were open, but I never played any of those. So I don't know
Well,
if I don't know if the store played them or not. But
I will get round to listen to them. You
yeah,
know,
I'll be.
I always
There,
listen to what I buy, but it might take me a bit of time to get round everything. But
Oh no! Like I said, over time, if ever you listen to a CD and it's one that I sent you, just give me some feedback on it.
we'll do.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
you got plenty. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff, and I know you got a lot of stuff still at your place. You got to listen to. So
I have. I've always got a backlog of stuff to listen to. I'm forever trying to catch up with what I own.
well, that's why you're thinning out.
That's right. Yeah, because there is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I got rid of a load of my CD compilations, bags and bags of them, and soundtracks and things like that. I've whittled down as well. So I have got rid of a lot of CDs this year, and a lot of vinyl. I've charioted a lot of vinyl actually. But yeah, I'm thinking about bringing this lower, so my records will come up to here rather than to here.
Okay.
You're probably looking at 4 cubes worth of cutting back.
All right.
That's quite a lot. You know, it doesn't sound much, but you're talking about a few hundred records there.
Hey, just let me know when you're ready to send off the next 10. I gave you the list. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
There is something I want to send you.
Okay.
But
you whatever the cost, I got it covered. So, you know.
Well, it's something I haven't shown previously, but I kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise. So
okay, well, don't say anything.
So I'm not. But you know, I don't think it's fair that you should pay postage for something that you don't know what you're gonna get. So
yeah, but I got a feeling that I'd probably like it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not concerned about that.
Okay, all right then. Well, I was kind of thinking of maybe sending you it at Christmas time.
Okay, I mean, whenever.
I'll pay for the postage. It'll be another load of VCLT.
Well, wait a minute now. Is this separate from the 10 that I was asking about? Is this something totally different, separate?
This is different, but if there is space, I might include.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Some of the records, or maybe just random some records in there, as you know. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet.
All right. Well, at least those 10 that I gave you, that would be fine. That would be fine right there. And then, you know, later on, if you want to do something Christmas, you can.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you know, I'm not trying to rush you, but I am helping you try. I'm trying to help you empty it out.
I know.
It is a pain in the butt. I know that.
It is a pain in the butt. It is. Yeah.
You got to wrap this stuff, and yeah. But you know something? Now that I did the customs, the papers.
Yeah.
It really was easier than I thought.
That's good. Well, then you know, have it be a next time you go to send someone else, you're gonna know what to do.
Yeah. The only thing I had to kind of run around my head when I was doing yours is, you know, what's the cost? And it really didn't matter because, you know, so I put $60 because I figured, you know, all of the CDs that were from me, you know, a couple of bucks a piece because, you know, some were used and some were free. So I figured I'd value those a couple of bucks a piece. And then the other 3 that the other folks sent you, I figured, well, $10 per those, so that's 30 right there. So it came out to like 60 all together.
Yeah.
That's how I priced it out, you know.
I'm waiting for a box which is suitable for the stuff I want to send you. So you know, that might take some time. I'm reluctant to go out and buy something, so I'm waiting to hopefully something comes in which I can use. You know.
All right.
And because I mean, I got those mailers, but you can only get 1 or 2 records in them, so they're not really.
So now you really got me. So this has nothing to do with the purge stuff that I got you. This is a whole something different.
Yeah, and I know
when did this come about, Simon? When did you decide, hey, maybe Michael would like this? When did this happen all of a sudden?
Well, I was going through some of my electrical equipment, which I have, and some of it is for US. It's got US plugs on it.
Oh.
And I have several variations of certain. It's difficult to go through this without.
Okay, you don't want to tell me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't say anymore. Not this is.
But it got me thinking of, will Michael appreciate this? Would this be something Michael would probably like? And I tend to think it would be.
Okay.
I think it's something you might be interested in.
Man, you really got me. You
But,
got me so super curious.
I don't want. I don't want to kind of trick you into paying postage on something that you're going to receive, and it's going to be like, well, this is not what I wanted.
Well, that's true. I mean, I don't want to.
I mean, there is a chance that might happen. There is a chance it might go the other way, and you'll be elated. Oh, this is wonderful. I don't know, so
Well,
I feel I should sort of either pay for the postage or contribute somewhat to the postage, probably in near Christmas for this some of this stuff I'm planning to send.
You figure out what you want to do, propose it back to me, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want me to know what it is until it gets to me, it would be hard for me to go, okay, I'll do half or I'll do any. Because it's not like, well, I've already seen the album, so I know what I'm getting.
No, I know. So I'm more inclined to sort of treat you again to a lot of VCLT. So I think that's probably the way to go about it.
Yeah.
But
by the way, I did want to comment on Richard's comment in the chat. My friend, no problem. It was my pleasure getting those over to you. Hope you've been enjoying. Your ears have been enjoying it. So
yeah. I'm glad you got them safely, and thank you again, Michael, for sending Richard.
Yeah, man, no problem.
That helped me out as well. Sending to two separate addresses. Whether that was cheaper doing it that way, I don't really know.
Yeah, it was $7, man.
Once it's in the US, it's all right. It's just getting it overseas, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Because like I said, we got that media mail, and then we can do. Canada has it too. We can send media mail to Canada, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it would have been like, I don't know, 30 quid your way and 30 quid Richard's way, and
who knows? Yeah, right.
Who knows? Yeah.
So, but I haven't gotten anything yet. There is a record fair coming up. I think in about a couple of weeks, I might try and go to that.
I like that video you put up.
Oh yeah. Showing off the other stuff, because I hadn't had a chance. But
you were racing around, weren't you, there to try and get those? That's not the best way of going about it, is it?
Hey, listen, man, I do it totally unprepared.
You were.
I don't rehearse anything. I don't care. Who cares? I'll tell you this, dude. I've been on the internet since what? 2000, probably 6. It's when I first jumped on the internet. I've been through all types of iterations of what's been going on YouTube. And I remember before StreamYard came in, and then as it's come in, it came in gangbusters. Now it's all out of whack, and it's so expensive and all of this stuff. But I'm at a point now where I'm at an age where it's not like I need to have like I need to use. I mean, listen, if I wanted to really pump up the channel and try and make some money, I could. But why? At this age, why would I sit up here and try and create a channel that's going to pump all this revenue and I don't need it? So YouTube is really a place where I can just keep myself visible to the public, contact with different collectors like yourself and other people, and then even people in the other two communities that I belong to.
Yeah.
And then I use YouTube just to promote myself as a DJ or an artist or a musician.
Yeah.
But I don't need to make any money. But
No.
one of the things I do want to stress to anybody who's in the chat, if you have subscribed to me, make sure you go back and check to see whether or not YouTube, because YouTube, from what I've been hearing from other channels, YouTube does this all the time. You got to go back and check to see if your subscribers have been, like sometimes their notification bells will be turned off. So you got to go, because I'm noticing here, I'm not getting a lot of people coming back. Now, over at another channel where I'm doing the musician thing, the algorithm's opening up and people are seeing me and coming on when the notification bell is coming
Yeah,
on.
I've noticed your binaural community channel is very low key, doesn't it? There doesn't seem to be a lot of influx of people going there.
The reason for that is because I was dormant so long. You got to get the algorithm generated. Like on the other channel, I had left for a while, and then I went back, and I've been going on, as much as I can, and I've been really working the algorithm, so people are seeing me now. Here,
Right.
I got to get that algorithm generated more. But the other thing is, it can't get generated if people don't know I'm here.
No, I know.
And if because even though they're subscribed to me, that doesn't mean the notification bells are on.
And trying to find you on YouTube isn't easy either.
No, because I've been gone too long.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and
but I'm
your
not.
name. There's so many different Michael Elliots as well out there. So it's like
Yeah,
it's a
but
sea of Michael.
I'm not trying to pump up a channel with a bunch of subscribers so I make money. I just want to get at least more people looking at me.
Socializing a bit.
Yeah. But I'm not like saying, oh man, I want to get to 500 subscribers. No, those days are long gone. I can care
Yeah.
less about that.
No.
The other reason why is because the threat of you doing all your work and YouTube shutting you down for stupid reasons. There's a guy in another community that I belong to, and YouTube demonetized him, and he can't do anything anymore on his channel as far as monetization, and they don't even give him a fair reason why. And he has been working this channel for over 5 years. I mean, the work that he puts in, Simon, is unbelievable. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't take the channel from him.
I know a few people like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know which videos to hold on to and which not to. So he wound up erasing thousands of hours. I mean, look at all the work over all the time that he did with it. And then some people have lost their channels altogether. So if you're someone who's trying to make money and make a living off of YouTube, man, it's so unstable.
You can't do it within this niche of vinyl community. Only very, very few can actually make good money. That's not many. Talking about maybe Norman Maslow or someone like that, someone of that stature who does well out of it. Rest of us, nothing really.
Let me do this. Richard said, put your channel in the comments, please.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
You can't put links in the comments, because if I just put Michael Elliott, like you said, you'd have to look for my icon. You know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Oh, wait a minute. Let me jump over to. I'm on my wrong channel on my iPad. Let me jump over to the other one, because it won't let. I don't think it'll let me.
You might benefit from doing a couple of videos, Michael.
Yeah, but the videos won't help if people don't see the videos. That's the whole reason why they
Yeah,
need.
but it might generate a bit of algorithm. You know, it might not happen straight away, but the time you
Well,
get to
that's why I've
maybe
been jumping.
your
That's why I've
fifth
been.
video or something, it might have a bit of interest.
No, that's why I'm jumping on doing what I'm doing now. I haven't been jumping on enough. It's not like I. It's not like what I'm doing is not working. I'm just not doing it enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, it's not so much the content. It's
Well, when you're live streaming with someone else, though, like you're jumping onto my live stream, I can't see that doing anything for your YouTube channel. That would kind of be void, wouldn't it? Because
well, I don't know. I mean,
it's not
like,
your station.
well, Richard. Okay, for instance, Richard was saying put something in the comments, but I thought Richard had well, maybe he was just saying it for other people because I thought Richard had already subscribed. I know B has. B shows up when she can, because I know she always shows up.
For
And I'm
the
not
well,
expecting. Don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting people to show up when I go live because people have different lives and different schedules. I'm just putting out. Go to your if you're subscribed to me already, just go to your settings and make sure it says it says notification. When you click on that bell, it'll say all. It'll have a drop. You have to click that all as well, not just the notification bell. You have to click all. And I went back today and I took a look at some of the people I'm subscribed to, and YouTube, whatever reason, when they do some resets, I had certain subscribers where my all was not clicked, and I know I clicked them because I was wondering, wow, why wasn't I seeing certain people? All of a sudden, I wasn't seeing the notifications. Went back to my setting, and lo and behold, some of them were turned off. So that's the only reason why I'm saying this is because as I'm coming on and I'm doing, showing my albums or talking, whatever I'm doing, that's getting the album generated. What I need is for people who subscribe to make sure they hit that all notification as we go along. So that's the only thing.
right.
Because sometimes it's not the content creators. Sometimes it's the subscribers because YouTube will do stuff like that. But it's no biggie. Um, like I said, I jump on when I can, and whoever can join me can. But I do get people checking out the replay, so that's good. Yeah, YT is evil about turning things on and on. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That was another thing about unsubscribing. There was a channel. Somebody was on the channel that I saw yesterday. He said people have been unsubscribed to his channel. And he hasn't done it. So it's crazy.
Mm. Yeah, does happen.
Yep. But once again, it's a fine place to for me to market myself, but man, there's no way in the world I'm going to try and make money off of YouTube. It's just they can take it from you at any time.
Yeah, there's not a lot of money to be made doing this. It's chicken feed, really.
Well, not. I mean, it can be lucrative, but it takes a lot of work and dedication.
It does. It's a full-time job. It
If
could
you
become.
want it to be, it's a full-time job. If you want it to be, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It is.
But I don't need it. So
No, I don't need it either. I mean, I'm happy doing the little bits and pieces that I
yeah,
do. I don't want to be doing more than that, really.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's nice it being a hobby, but
And then I
when
got other
it's
places where I
not a hobby,
DJ. Yep. And when I DJ, I got other channels I go to.
yeah,
I don't even use. I mean, like I said, I plan on maybe DJing on YouTube, but I do fine on Mixcloud. I get a nice little group of people showing up every time I do on Mixcloud. It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about your model collecting? Have you still involved in that?
You talking about the figures? Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I just purchased um, a figure, Ben Affleck, Batman.
All right.
Yeah, and but that's not coming till next year because the company that's making it. Um,
I just got to check on my daughter. 1 second.
sure. Let's see here. While he's doing that, let me take a look at the comments here. Oh, let me put. Wait a minute. Oh, I did it again. I'm over at the wrong channel. Hold on a second, folks. Wait a minute. I always do this. Why did this happen? Come on, come on. Okay. And all right, here we go. Um, yeah, I don't think I can put. Let me see. What can I put in the chat instead of the link? Because the link won't go in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. I know. I know how they'll be able to find me. I just have to. It's got to be michaelelliott.c. Oh, wait a minute. If I just. Hey, everybody. Let me put this in here. Hey, everybody. Now, when I put this in. Okay. All right, folks in the chat. You see the comment I made? Hey, everybody. All you have to do is put michaelelliott.c, and that should, maybe they'll be able to find it if they do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that might help.
Try just putting michaelelliott.c and see what happens. And look for my profile. If you look, you can see my profile right there. So all you have to do is look for that, and then you'll know it's me. Now, when you and if you haven't subscribed, when you subscribe to it, once again, when you click notification, make sure you click that drop down menu and hit all.
Have you thought about changing your name, Michael, to maybe Michael Elliott Music Enthusiast or something like that? Something which will say music.
I thought about it. I thought about it, but no, I'm not gonna. I at this time, no, I'm not gonna do it.
The thing is, once you do that, you kind of attach yourself to a community, don't you? And then sometimes it's like, well, for me, you know, sometimes I want to expand outside the community and talk about other things. But I got Return to Vinyl as my channel name, you know, and I'm talking about the contradictory thing. Or I'm talking about is, you know, cutting records and not buying records when I got a Return to Vinyl channel name. It's a bit, yeah, it is a bit kind of, well, once you got the name, you're stuck with it, you know.
Well, funny you should say that, because my other two channels, I don't use my name. Excuse me.
Right.
I don't use my name at all, and the names that I use on my other two channels are more indicative of those channels, of those communities. I've always, this was the first YouTube channel I ever started, well before I was collecting or anything. So I just came in with my own name. So there's no reason why I feel like changing it now. I'm just going to keep it like it is.
I'm reluctant to keep changing my channel names. I've done it 1 or 2 times in the past. It's not something I like doing, because I think it helps identify you, doesn't it?
I mean, I could put another tag at the end of it, maybe, but as of right now, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
I'm thinking about changing it again anyway. You know, maybe something which could be a bit more broader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than kind of VC.
But you know something. I've been extremely, now, granted, you're the only channel I've streamed on, but I'm extremely active in the comment sections of a few other. I've got like there's like 3 channels in the other than random channels that you find and you click on and you check out
Yeah,
what they got.
yeah,
I've got certain channels I try to check out all the time. And there's 2 or 3 ones that I really did. I go to them all the time now, and now I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat so much, people recognize me. I mean, I don't know if people recognize me from when I was here before. It's
right,
just that the people who were in the chat since I've come in now
right.
recognize me because I've been coming in so often. Yeah.
Is that within the VC or outside the VC?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm actively in the comment sections in the
Right.
VC community. I'm only on one stream, and that's yours. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep myself in a designated area. It's not like I'm trying to expand way out there.
No, no.
So yeah, there's only a few channels that I plan on ever if ever invited go up on stream. But there are channels that I do go in comments now.
It is
I
it is a big place, isn't it? It's insaturated with so many
well,
channels.
it's yeah, and quite frankly, no offense, but there are a lot of people that are just boring. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
there's
there is.
lots of channels, but they're not. I mean, they don't really do anything for me.
No, it's finding the ones that you can relate to. It's finding the ones that you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
that appeal to you,
yeah,
and what appeals to you won't appeal to everybody else. So it's.
absolutely. Because I mean, it's a swamp out there. Yeah,
Name it,
just
name it. Return to the end of vinyl.
let me
Yeah,
return to the end of vinyl. Oh,
yes,
poor Simon. His the trials and tribulations of a collector.
yeah, yeah. Mazzy was saying I should change it to a Sad Bastard channel or something like that. He's
Who said
yeah,
that?
Mazzy.
Did he really? Sad bastard. I know, dude, because every time you do one, man, you be glow. You're like, here you go. I don't know sometimes. I wonder.
This is you doing me, is it?
I think I'm tired of this. I'm like, okay, all right, Simon's getting ready to go deep on us again. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Let's talk about this one, guy. What in the world are you? The vital community doesn't need a leader. It's the last thing the vital community needs is a
I
leader.
think it needs a bit of a leadership. A bit of leadership.
Well, why don't you do a big guy?
Because I'm not in a position to do it.
Me neither.
No, there's not many people that are.
But what is the vital? I'm just curious. What does it need leadership for?
I kind of like the old. I can't say leadership, but when Rob Walker was doing the vinyl tags, he had a certain amount of tradition about it. There are certain things he implemented which I agreed with, and quite a few others did. Not everybody did.
Is this what this really about? This is about the vinyl tag again. I thought this was something totally different.
I'm afraid so because the vinyl tag I feel is a big part of the VC. It's the main. It's the main feature. It's you know what I mean.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But everyone's perception is going to be different.
Well, you're gonna have to do something about this, Simon. If it's getting to you like this, man, you're gonna. I mean, if it means that much to you, maybe you should start mounting some kind of campaign yourself. I don't know.
Well, no, I think I'm pretty hated. I'm too much hated upon to go up against. I mean,
what do you
voice your opinion is a risk of ostracization in the VC.
What are you hating about? Who's hating on you? You? What are you dude? Come on. Who are you threatening?
Well, no one really, but like just speaking about stuff, you know,
Yeah.
speaking your truth about things doesn't go down well. You know, I mean, even if some people agree with you, I think some people are kind of like, I don't want to say that because I don't want my channel considered in under a bad light kind of thing. So people don't say, they don't speak up about certain things, and
Yeah.
you know, they just want things to continue as normal without any kind of bad light shining on their channels. And I get it. I get it. We're you know, people just here to make friends and do videos, and you know what I mean, and not have any kind of drama
Yeah.
associated with it. But I'm not a person who's that afraid of a bit of drama. You know what I mean? I think there is a room. There's a bit of room for everything. You know?
Absolutely. No. Sometimes you got to turn the world on its ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted to. Martin McGrath asked, "What are the channels, Michael?" Okay, so this might be controversial because they tend to be controversial, but I love watching the Waxed. Rob and Mazzy and Harry and Jim. I watch them all the time. And the reason why, let me give you a reason why I watch particular channels. It's a lot of times it's not necessarily the content. It's about the chemistry and the camaraderie of the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And regardless, you can say whatever you want to say about the Waxed. Those four guys are pretty doggone solid. You know, they all show up, they contribute, they cut each other up, which I like. I love when they cut each other up. You know, but it's all in fun. I like the way that show moves. That's one of them. I really like the Wax. The other one is John Roca, his channel and his panel. I really dig watching his show too. John Roca's. I forgot what's the name of it. What is it called? Yeah, I think it's just John Rokas, Roxas, and I really enjoy that. Yeah, that's the show where he's the guy who's wearing the wolf mask is on.
Yeah.
He wears a wolf mask. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't wish to like go to the lengths that these other channels go to, you know, but sometimes it's just nice to voice an opinion.
Yeah.
And, you know, just having the ability to get it out there and say your piece without the backlash, without the ostracization, you know, would be nice. Well, obviously, ideal world, you know, that would happen, but you know, can't always happen.
Right.
In this space, unfortunately. But you know, I just feel, you know, maybe I need to step outside the VC and do my own thing, and not be under the umbrella of anything. You know, just do me.
Well, you can. Why don't you just? I don't understand why you can't be in the VC and not have. I mean, and like you get. Why can't you just be in the VC and not give a damn about a vinyl tag? Who cares? Just be in the VC. Why does the vinyl tag have to be that important?
Well, how can
You're one person like everybody. Everybody's a person in the VC, and everybody's just kind of doing their thing. Can't you just kind of do your thing without the vinyl tag having to be so important?
Well, I do my own thing.
Then why is the vinyl tag so important?
Because I feel it is.
But why? I mean, I understand you feel it's important, but you feel it's important for no reason. There's got to be a reason behind it.
I just liked the idea of waiting for the 1st of January for the vinyl tag to like go. You know, it's kind of like
Why is only one person responsible for it? It makes no sense to me.
Well, one person. It happened. The vinyl tag, I think, should be a horse race. Come the 1st of January, the gates go up, and all the horses run out there to win the race. So consider making your mind up. You know, these horses are the channels, right? And they are basically racing their way to getting their tag out there. And people who will, you know, who will choose the tag will then that person will become the champion. You know, it just finds its natural place of, oh, you know, it's going to be so and so. It just find its natural gathering of people that support it, and people will either do their own tag or they will follow the one that leads the race.
Okay, so help me, because I don't even understand what this vinyl tag is. What does it encompass? What are you supposed to do? What makes a vinyl tag a vinyl tag?
Well, the yearly vinyl tag is basically 20 questions which come out, you know, late December, January, and you know, they put these 20 questions out which you have to answer. So that you watch this tag, and then you respond to it with your answers to these 20 questions. The thing is, this thing is so popular. Within a few days, if you don't get your response out there quick, it just becomes a sea of these vinyl tag responses, which everybody is doing, you know. And not everybody kind of does the official tag. They do their own tag. They do their own thing, which I don't have a problem with that. Some people do, but I just like to see it done in a way I like to see it done. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with that.
Well, there you go. Then I guess you just abandon it. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean,
well, I haven't done it.
You can't stop people from doing what they're going to do. If people want to do it before the 1st of January, they're going to do it anyway.
Well, this is it. And this is kind of what's happened. That, you know, it's just you come up with these people saying, "Oh, there's no rules and there's no this and there's no that." No, and you can't argue it because they're quite right. There are no rules there. You know what I mean? So, but what could happen is, you know, a tag for January could come a tag for December, and if somebody wants to leapfrog you from there on in future years, the tag could then become November. You know, and then the tag becomes. Well, you know, it kind of gets. Someone wants to beat someone to the punch, it become an even earlier tag, and then this is kind of the problem which we seem to be having.
It sounds like a real pain in the ass, if you ask me.
It is.
I'll pass on the vinyl tag stuff. It's confusing. I'm confused.
And I have. I'm just like, nah. I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah, let it go.
But
because you know, not just this community, just the internet in general. Doesn't matter what community you're in. It could drive you crazy. Because I tell you, the other two communities that I'm in, I'm telling people, I've been in more communities than you want to count. Every community, I don't care if it's a community collecting 6-scale figures, a community collecting CDs. A community collecting albums. They're all the same. Every community got assholes in it. Every community has people who are jumping the gun and doing things before the rest of the community is doing it. It's the same. It doesn't matter what you're collecting. It doesn't matter what channel you are. People are people. And the same problems are in all of them. It's no different. You got those who, you know, trolls. It's no different. So you either exist in it or you don't. But the internet is what is it? It's heartless. It really is. So you you have to come into it knowing that, and you have to have a thick skin, or you're not going to survive it. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, that's just social media. Because when you allow people for mere pennies, you can be poor in the United States and be on the internet. Don't let anybody fool you. All
Mm.
you need is a phone, and you can be on the internet. Anybody can be on the internet.
You,
So
you're right. You do need a thick skin doing this because it can get a bit rough.
you must understand this, that there are people out here who are nuts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And when you have an open forum where anybody can walk into a room, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and millions of people, you're gonna have nutcases. By the thousand, there's gonna be
yeah.
nutcases everywhere.
Well, the whole community, is no disrespect for people who are here. The whole thing is nuts, isn't it? People who collect records are nuts. I'm
Well, I don't
You're
know
not.
about
You know what I
that.
mean? It's all a bit mad, isn't it?
Speak for
The,
yourself.
the
But
record
yeah, yeah,
obsession
yeah. I hear
with
what you're
people.
saying. No, but
You know what I'm saying?
really, you look at. Okay, listen. Look at society right now, in general as a whole. Even in the UK and even here, I mean, people. I mean, look at the state of governments and the world itself. All right. So
Yeah,
you're telling me you got an internet where anybody can jump on it? You're going to get a big chunk of just vile, vicious, hateful, evil people.
yeah,
You just and there's no way you can siphon it out. You can't do it. So just understand that that's just the way it is, man. There's people are out to just hurt other people for no reason because they don't have a life. They're bored and they're angry because they don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I mean, just what for whatever reason why they're bitter, they can take it out on the internet because they know there'll be no ramifications.
yeah. It's so easy to bully someone, isn't it? On here,
Yeah,
especially for the ones which are got their neck on the line and making videos. You can see them. Some anonymous person in the chat can come and go as they please, leave these negative comments, and are untouchable to a
yeah,
degree. And
yeah,
there's not a lot you can do about that because once you're in this place, you're there to be shot at, and there's nothing you can do about it. You either accept it or you don't.
yeah. But my skin is thick, but also at the same time, I don't necessarily have to stick around and listen to anything. I usually just bail.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
at, I'm at a point now. I'm not even going to deal with conflict. I just bail, you
yeah,
know, and leave it where it is.
yeah,
So, but it's all good. I tell you this, I've made far more friends than enemies being on the internet. So I've made some really 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 great friends. You know.
yeah. I think that's the way to look at it. Is you know it's the friendships that you do make, which you wouldn't have necessarily made had you not joined the
Yeah,
community.
it
'Cause
outweighs
I
all
think
that other stuff.
I think it outweighs it. It always outweighs all the sort of crap and the shit that you get from people.
Right.
Uh,
I
you know,
mean,
it,
you wouldn't be here if it didn't. You know what I
it
mean?
was just a few people that you make friends with. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
still something you gained, which means something over the nonsense.
Right, right. Oh, and I listened to all you guys. Excuse me. Your three picks of music that I did the last time we were on. I forgot which three it was. Oh yeah, one of them was. They're all good. Listen to one of them was the Cars Heartbeat City.
Yeah,
Simon, this might have been your poll, either this or B. It was B, you, B, and Richard, I believe. But when I went back and listened to Heartbeat City, I forgot about it. There's a couple of songs on here I totally forgot about. Went, wow, how come this wasn't a bigger hit?
That's considered a pretty good album, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a couple of songs on here I barely even remember them ever playing. Stranger Eyes was one, really like that a lot. And Heartbeat City, the title track, that title track is it's almost what's the word, yacht rock. It is.
Yup.
That's one of the coolest. It's almost ambient. It's really slick and low key. I forgot how much I like that song. Um, and then there was Looking for Love. That's a good one too. Yeah, Cars. Simon, if you dump one channel, things would improve at least 75%.
I don't think I'm too involved. I don't think I'm. You know, he's saying about a particular channel I'm involved with, but I get this a lot in the past from people saying, "Oh, you're involved with this person, or you're involved with that person."
So
It,
none of
I,
their business. So I'm involved with that person. Big deal. What about it? What are you going to do about it?
you should be able to be friends with whoever you want to be on this platform.
There's no time for the child stuff, man.
You know,
Why are we even talk? Why did that subject even come up? You know what I'm saying, Simon?
I don't know.
Why is that even an issue? Why aren't people just coming on, talking about their stuff and going home? Why bring all this other? Why are you doing this? You shouldn't do that. How is this? You shouldn't. What's the reason for that? Just let me fail. I can fail by myself. I don't need for you to help me fail if that's what you want. But I can do it by myself.
Mm.
It's so ridiculous, man. I mean, it's just do you. You know?
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. It's just you got to do yourself. I've got to do me, and others have got to do what they think.
Yeah. It's
But
so
I think it's very easy for someone to write those kind of things who doesn't have a channel. If you've got a channel, then kudos to you. I can kind of have a bit more respect. But for someone who isn't doing this, then you can say anything, and there's going to be no ramifications for yourself because you're just a channel with nothing, no content. You know,
because they don't know how to do it.
I don't know if this person actually has a channel or not. I don't know who this could be. This could be anybody. This could be somebody I know who is under a different name. The thing is with YouTube, you don't always know who you're talking to. You know.
All right. So that last comment.
Yeah.
If Simon, if you dumped one channel, things would improve at least 75%. So are you currently streaming on another person's channel with somebody else?
I might be in the chat and make
okay.
rare appearances, but not. I'm not a regular to anybody anymore.
Okay.
I just do my own live stream, which is fortnightly, and I might go into someone's chat and maybe very rarely make an appearance on the live stream.
Well, hey man, I
meant quick go into Rachel's channel, but whatever you want to do, sir. So he's talking about Rachel's and going over to Rachel's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, do you if that's what you want to do? So people are ostracizing you because you go over to Rachel's channel?
Well, I always think there's an element of that going around. No matter where you go, no matter what camp you end up in, you know, someone's always going to have an opinion about that.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it. I get where they're coming from, but you can't dictate to someone else what to do or who to socialize with. You
Right.
just got maybe you can advise, but you know how, if I don't know you, then how can I sort of like really consider that as good advice? You know what I mean? If you said it, Michael, that I could take it on board because I know you, I can see you. You know, but when you got some anonymous person, you can't take it. It doesn't have the same weight.
And but you know what's crazy? Okay, I have no desire to go on Rachel's channel. You go on there. Doesn't stop me from coming on your channel. So
No.
That's what's so ridiculous about this. The fact that you go on her channel means I can't come on your channel. It's so stupid. Because if I like you, it shouldn't matter whether or not you go over there. I'm still going to come over to your channel. So this whole thing about you'll get 75% of your channel back, you know something? Screw that 75%. Because if that's the type of judgment they're going to make, then you don't need them.
Hmm. I don't. That's an
Obviously, they don't.
thing to say, isn't it? That 75% I'll get back. I mean, what? It doesn't make any kind of sense.
How you measure 75%? I don't know.
Yeah, how do you get that kind of?
I don't know. But even if you could, let's say you were able to figure that out and get the number.
Yeah.
If they're not coming over because you're going over there, then who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're telling you that they have no value. You really don't. You're not the value. Because if you're the value, then they be coming over to your channel no matter where you went.
It's not.
But
It's
if
not.
They got to judge whether or not they're coming over to your channel by somebody else's channel.
When you're doing a channel, it's not about what you do or where you go.
It's ridiculous.
If you've got problems with your channel, then that's down to you, like it is down to me. You know, I'm struggling. I've not got my mojo back in my videos. You know, because I'm in a mind of downsizing. You know, I'm in a mindset of I'm kind of thrive in this kind of modern broken country I'm living in. You know, which is completely alien to a lot of people who are watching, especially for those who are overseas, who can't grasp it because they're not living it, they're not going through it. They might have their own problems in their own countries, and that you know, that might be so. I mean, you've spoken about what's going on in the States, but that's your life. I can't really fully relate to that because I'm not the one who's living that life. You know, as people aren't living my life. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it's silly, man. You're just nonsense. People need to grow up. We got way too many grown children.
It's a playground, isn't it? You know, especially when you're doing live streams. It's a playground.
It's nonsense.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah. But like I said, I the places I go are the places I want to be. Yeah, well, there you go. Well, I'm glad I was able to jump on here because, like I said, I thought this was your off week, but I'm glad I caught up to you, and I was able to give you a little rundown on the package coming. So
yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on and chatting and let me know about that.
And so I didn't catch most of your show. Did you? Not that you have to show it again, but were you showing anything that you got recently?
No, I've not really had anything to show. I picked up a few CDs and an old record, but I didn't show anything this time round.
Yeah.
2 weeks time I might show a few CDs, but I don't think there's going to be much in the way of show and tell anymore. You know what I mean? I'm
That's true because you're not well, but aren't you still going out and looking for CDs? Let's put albums to the side. Aren't you still CD shopping?
I am, but I haven't been going to the sort of the regular places I used to be going. Yeah, a few months
Okay.
ago. I've kind of stopped doing that a bit more recently. I mean, I plan to do a bit of shopping around for stuff, tomorrow and in the foreseeable future. But things
But
have just gone quiet. I mean, in this kind of quiet kind of phase at the moment.
But you know something, you always have music content because why? You can always talk about stuff you own.
But
Like,
this
hey,
is
let's
what
talk about such and such this day, and pull out
this is
stuff
what
you
you've
own.
got to learn to do. If you want to be with doing this kind of content, you've got to have to learn to do content without paying money, without spending. You've got to learn to be sort of able to produce the goods without the constant spending of money.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to do, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Especially if you're in the bad habit of a constant show and tell, spending money and showing it next week, spending money and showing what you brought. If you'll keep doing that, then that's a difficult habit to get away from. And considering I've been doing this for well over 5 years, 6, 7 years possibly now, you can't keep doing that.
I know.
You can't keep. How long can you possibly keep doing that until you actually have some big problems?
Yeah, because some of the channels that I watch, some of these guys and women, I mean, every week they're showing something, and sometimes it's 10 or so. It's like, well, damn, if you're buying 10 albums a week, and I know a lot of people in the community buying more than that, but 10 albums a week is a lot of albums out of a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of space really quickly.
Yeah.
Where are they finding room for all of these albums? I mean, I can understand over time you build it up. But if you got a channel, you're constantly showing stuff and 10, 15 albums a week, where are you putting it?
I know. And I've noticed within the VC is that someone new will come along, someone maybe 10 years younger than you, who's a lot more keen and enthusiastic and, is willing to just constantly buy, and they have the time to edit these videos and make them, good videos. And you think, well, I'm slowing down. I can't possibly compete with that anymore because I'm a bit of an old, tired channel now.
No, you're not. What do you mean old?
I think so. I think channels do have a bit of a shelf life.
Well, yeah, if you're not, yeah, some do. I mean, some channels lose their lack of vision.
Yeah.
Some channels get too big for themselves. Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends.
Some channels just stop, don't they? They just cease to be. Some just take a hiatus and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's. I think I'm kind of doing that this year. I'm taking a bit of a back seat, and then going to reevaluate it next year and see where we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to refresh.
Yeah. So I am kind of taking this year out, but I don't want to be completely absent. I want to be doing something. I'm trying to sort of find my ground of how I can do that without spending. Without the constant spending.
Well, and that's why I said, I mean, with all of the stuff you have, the community hasn't seen most of it. You could just pull out old, say, hey, this is great stuff. Well,
the chances are I probably have shown it, but it won't be fresh in people's memories, because probably I showed it 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
I know channels that repeat showing their stuff all the time.
You can do that. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can do
I know channels do that all the time. They may show Pink Floyd more than once, but it's Pink Floyd, but they're different subjects that they're talking about Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time they do a Pink Floyd, well, this is how many Pink Floyds I got. I've got all of these white labels, and this is where I got them. And then the next one is, hey, I'm going to talk about, my favorite Pink Floyd. The next one is, well, I'm going to talk about, or whatever.
I'm
You
looking.
know, you've got content longer than your lifespan. Really,
I'm personally looking for a little bit of influence, which I can watch someone's thread or something. I think, yeah, that sounds a fun thread. I really want to do that. But
okay.
for me recently, the threads which have been around, they haven't really sort of done anything for me. You know, there was a thread that was done a few months back, and it was a fairly good thread, you know, about showing records which had hats on. It come from a UK channel, and a lot of people jumped on this, you know, which is you know, fine, fair enough. But you know, I was kind of looking at my records, and I think I can't really be bothered to go through all my records to find what covers have hats on them. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of, if this was a lot earlier when I started, I would have jumped all over it. But after so many years now of doing various threads and things,
yeah, man,
I'm a bit kind of almost mundane. And so I'm looking for something which is just going to be a little bit more than that has to offer. Does that make sense? Probably.
Absolutely. Once again, you're trying to push refresh, and sometimes you have to do that.
And that's what I'm looking for. So
you feel that your channel has gotten stale. So you want to
yeah, I do. I don't want to be doing the same old that everybody else is doing. I want to be doing stuff which I feel, you know, I want to do this. I have a passion for doing this. I have an interest for doing this. I don't want to be just doing, you know, the same thing because somebody else is doing it, you know, or everybody else is doing it. I want to feel a bit of kind of emotion towards it, or something, right. You know, or even if it was had a bit of humor, you know, which I always think is a good thing. I think humor is very refreshing. Certainly in this community, you know, that I'd rather do something like that, do a funny kind of video, but it's difficult to figure out, you know, that what that entails, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to find that quote unquote niche, your own niche,
because funny can be a bit of a dangerous territory.
Not everybody can take a joke.
Some people might not like it, and it's
well, not everybody can take a joke, so you know.
No, and what I find funny isn't going to be necessarily what others find funny, you know. So, yeah, it's one of those things you have to figure out, isn't it?
Yep, that's life.
It's life.
Well, Simon, I am going to bid you adieu, sir, and time for supper. Supper's, as Genesis would say, supper's ready.
Yep, I'm going to shut it down now. We've reached over the 2-hour mark, so I'm good.
Always good to see you again, my friend.
You too. Who's bothering with the Rolling Stones album, by the way?
I haven't heard it yet, but it's really getting really good reviews.
Yeah.
People are liking it. Like the one before this, Hockney, I forgot the full name of it. That got pretty good reviews too when it came out. Folks are saying this album's even better than that last one. They're saying this is like, really go like, for the Stones to be this old, this music is, I mean, it sounds like they're young. I mean,
they must be up there, what, near 90 now?
When you think about, it's amazing.
Mind-blowing.
First of all, it's amazing to be still coming out with albums, but the other thing is they're rock and roll. So that's amazing right there.
Yeah, I agree.
And two, to be coming out with material that you got people actually going, wow, this is still fresh. I mean, to
Yeah,
be coming out with fresh material at this many years in, 60 something odd years, is unbelievable.
yeah, it is. I don't know where they get that motivation.
I'm a big Stones fan. I definitely want to get. I definitely.
If
I
it
need to
goes
hear
under
that.
the
I
if
need
it
to
goes
hear
under
that
the
new one.
radar, I probably won't bother to listen it to maybe a year or so's time. But if
I,
it's getting good reviews, then I'm going to be interested.
I'm going to. I'm sure I'm going to hear it within the next few days because yeah, I usually try and check out what they're up to. But yeah, it's for the most part. I'm hearing more yeses than nos on it.
Someone said in the comments that it's a $50 vinyl album. $50.
I'm not buying it.
It's a lot of money.
I'm not buying any album for $50. I don't care what it is. But it won't be $50 forever. Just wait. Give it 3 months, and it'll be on. It'll be right there in the normal retail. Yeah, that's what they're saying, Brian. It's supposed to be really good, really good. I mean, there might be a couple of weak ones here or there, but it's supposed to be a pretty strong album. So that's great to hear that kind of stuff. Uh,
Anyway, we're in it there, Michael. You have yourself a good week or whatever you're up to.
you too, my friend, and everybody in the chat. Have a good one, and we'll see you guys soon.
Hopefully, see you in a couple of weeks' time.
All right, buddy. Take
All right,
care.
bye for
Bye-bye.
now.